On the cloud. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We have Carleigh Gaudreau here, and I'm Dr. Caplan, and we're going to highlight CACC. We are also live on Facebook. So for those of you watching, you missed out on the opportunity to ask questions, but next time you can, and we can both receive questions after the fact if you want us to follow up with you. You can email those to questions@cedclinic.com. Or hit us up, either of us, on Twitter.
Or Instagram. Instagram's a great way to get both of us as well. Yes. Sweet. I can be reached on the Central Lab Instagram.
Cool. All right, Carleigh, want to take it away?
Hi. Yes, of course. And I want to thank you for inviting us to this series. First and foremost, I'm really excited to tell prospective patients about our dispensary. I understand that this is intended to be a great resource for a little bit closer. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, sorry about that.
Do you want to start again?
No, I'll start again. Yes. Okay. So like I said, I just wanted to first thank you for having us and inviting Central Lab to be a part of this series. I understand that this will be a resource for prospective patients, people that are maybe hesitant about visiting a dispensary, and I'm going to do my best to highlight the entire experience for you tonight so you can get a really great sense of what to expect when you walk through our doors. So
awesome. Can't wait.
With that, I have a little slideshow that I'm going to share my screen on.
Great.
And with some images and things all to make it more interesting. So, perfect. Of course, I'm from Central Lab Compassionate Care, and we are a medical dispensary located in Ayer, Mass. Many people might not have heard of Ayer before, but we are right on Route 2 near the Leominster-Fitchburg area. And we are a nonprofit dispensary. We were one of the first to open in the state of Massachusetts, which is an honor, of course. And we're locally owned and operated. So we are a family-owned business. And our owners live locally and are watching us tonight. So shout out to John and Paige who are watching at home. We're really integrated in the community because of that. We do a lot to support Ayer and the surrounding communities. And, our mission is really to provide the best products that we can to our patients. We do so by creating a lot of our own products on site in Ayer. And we also retail a lot of wholesale products from dispensaries throughout the state of Massachusetts. So we try to get the best of everything all under one roof for our patients at Central Lab. We are open 6 days a week at Central Lab from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we provide one-on-one consultations on site as well. So any new patient that comes through our door, we try to take some extra special care when they come in for their first visit to provide a more in-depth consultation, learn about why they've chosen to get their medical card, and really take the time to learn what their needs are from medical cannabis. So we ask that sometimes if you'd like to have that one-on-one consultation, give us a call and set up a time to sit down with one of our dispensary agents. We can, of course, do so if you choose to just walk in, but if you prefer to come in on a scheduled time, we can accommodate that as well. And this is one of our very friendly dispensary agents, Andrea, and she's certainly one of the people that you might see when you come in. She's smiling very brightly under that mask.
Can see it in her eyes.
So this is a little preview of what the outside of our dispensary looks like when you pull up to see us. I know I find these helpful because I often drive right by the place on GPS, right? So getting a sense of what our building looks like. We're really close to Route 2 and 495. So, for people that aren't familiar with the little town of Ayer, we're nestled right in there for your convenience. And I apologize because I can't see my notes here, but anyways, this is some of our, I wanted to highlight some of our COVID precautions that we have in the store right now, because I know that's a big concern for patients going out into retail space. They want to know what extra care we're taking to make sure we prevent the spread of COVID. So we've set up these plexiglass barriers throughout our dispensary to eliminate contact between the patients and our dispensary agents. We've also taken a lot of extra time to train our staff on additional COVID cleaning procedures. So they're cleaning the registers between each visit, of course, extra hand washing, always mask wearing, and just doing everything that we can on site to prevent that spread. Of course, we're going to talk about this soon, but if you're not feeling safe coming into the dispensary, we do offer free delivery as well, which I'm going to highlight in a little more in depth. But certainly if you're local and you'd like to come in and visit us, we encourage you to do so safely. And we've really done above and beyond to make sure that everybody's safe.
Awesome.
So this is a little step-by-step of kind of what you could expect when you come in to visit Central Ave. I like to really step you through each step of the process so that you can know exactly what to expect when you get there. So when you arrive at Central Ave, we ask that you show us your patient ID card, which you get upon registering, or a temporary card. If you haven't received your card yet, we can take the temporary one you get online. And we'll also verify that with an ID, a photo ID. So whether it's a passport or a driver's license. Next, if it's your first visit, we do ask you to fill out some brief paperwork, just so we can get some more information, like I said, about why you've chosen to get your medical card, what your needs are. And it's really a basic questionnaire that you'd fill out. It's really simple. And it just allows us to, kind of notate on your file what types of products you like, if there's any special requirements that you might have, just any way we can accommodate you. Beyond that, like I said, we do offer consultations. We talked about that. So any one of our dispensary agents can help you with that, like Mark here in this friendly photo. I know a lot of people on our social media always recognize when we post pictures of Mark, because he's always at the front counter and very talkative with everybody on site. We take your order right here at the register, and we can either show you a menu, or we can help you browse the menu on your own device if that's your preference, so that you don't have to handle anything. And after you place your order, we'll pretty quickly fill it right there for you and take your payment at the register. And as common with most dispensaries, we accept cash and debit cards. So the best part about Central Ave, in my opinion, and I know Dr. Caplan agrees, is our free delivery program. So like I said before, if for some reason you're hesitant about coming out to the dispensary, because obviously, there's a lot going on in the world right now, and some of us feel safer staying home, we offer free delivery to the entire state of Massachusetts, which is incredible. And we do this to really just guarantee that every patient has equal access to cannabis, right? So we do offer to the entire landlocked mainland part of Massachusetts. So unfortunately, we're not able to travel to the islands, of course, but we do so safe and discreetly in an unmarked vehicle. And some of our dispensary agents, just like Mark that I mentioned on the last slide, actually come out to do deliveries regularly. So you'll see the same familiar, friendly faces there as well. And we do require certain minimums based on how far of a distance you are from our dispensary. So if you're local, we require less of a purchase than we would if you were far away. But usually it's pretty easy to plan out what you might need for a little while. So you can either order delivery right on our website, or you can call us and we'll take your delivery order. And we typically fill it within a couple days. We'll come right out to wherever you are, whether it's the Berkshires or the Cape or Boston. They travel all over, and I love seeing the photos of them going all over Massachusetts. So definitely check out our delivery program if you're interested in trying our products, but maybe not local to us. So here's some photos of our cultivation, which I know everybody thinks is the coolest part about Central Ave. And this cultivation is actually right below our dispensary. And a lot of people wouldn't know that just walking through the front door. You can't really tell that there's all these plants growing beneath your feet, but we do so right on site in Ayer. And here's one of our cultivation team members named Zach here in his hairnet. And we are usually like all suited up to go down there, almost like in hazmat suits, to keep the plants safe down there. But we typically are growing about 15 different strains at any given time. And we do all the trimming and curing and packaging of the flower right on site in Ayer. So when you take home one of our little dark purple containers, that's some house-grown flower from Ayer, Massachusetts. This strain in the middle here, I think, is Remedy, which is one of our high CBD strains as well. So
gorgeous.
Really cool. We also have production and packaging on site as well at Central Ave. So we make our own edibles on site, and we also make pre-rolls and packaged flower all in our kitchen on site in Ayer. We'll talk about it soon, but we have a really diverse line of edibles that we make all in our kitchen. Our head chef is named Tony, and he comes up with amazing flavor combinations. And I can tell you that we've got some really exciting new ones in the works that I can't wait to release for our patients. But right here in the middle, you'll see Q lining up some pre-rolls, and we'd make a ton of those both for Central Ave and for our sister dispensary Gauge, which is our adult use location down the road. So they do production for both dispensaries on site in this location at Central Ave, which is really cool. So now I'd love to talk about some of the products that we have on the menu right now, because I think between Dr. Caplan and I, we can make some really great recommendations for patients just based on things that you could jump online and place an order for right now. So first is our line of fruit chews, which are the most popular form of edible, at least in my experience at Central Ave. And we offer these in 5 flavors now. So we have watermelon, mango, blue raspberry, lemon lime, and green apple. And they come in an 8-pack, which is really convenient. So they're 5 milligrams a piece. And I know that that's pretty convenient for microdosing, right? So people really like them for that purpose because it's easy to just take one. You don't have to break it off, take a bite out of it. It's an easy little flavorful fruit chew to microdose with, and you can kind of build up on that 5 milligrams as you choose. So there's 40 milligrams total in each bag. We also offer a similar sized chocolate, and those are available in milk, white, and dark. So whatever you fancy, we have a flavor for you. And we actually make them, fun fact, with this chocolate called Barona chocolate, which is from France. And it's a very fancy chocolate. And they're really delicious, and they complement the slight hint of cannabis flavor that you get in an edible really well. So we make those in a couple.
Are those also 5 milligrams?
Yes, yes. Awesome. So we offer those in a couple of varieties. So we do a CBD 5 milligram, we do a THC 5 milligram, and then we do a 1-to-1 as well. So each variation of chocolate has a different variation of medication dosages to choose from. But really there's any combination you could dream of. We pretty much have it on the menu, which is cool. Right. So if you fancy white chocolate, I definitely recommend trying those ones. It's a Massachusetts delicacy. So the last item that we make in our kitchen at Central Ave is capsules. So if you prefer something, calorie-less, just prefer to have a pill, we do offer a couple different dosages in those for THC and 1-to-1 varieties. So that's easy to just add to your, daily medications. Then we have those available for you too. Next, I highlighted a couple strains from our menu that we have available right now. These are just a few recent ones that have come up from our cultivation, so many patients might not have had the opportunity to try them yet. The first one is Juicy Banger, and this one is, I believe, an indica, and patients report to us that they feel really euphoric, uplifted, and happy. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a sativa dominant strain. I'm mixed up between that one and Mandarin Skittles. So that one is a sativa. Creative, more uplifting, giving you a little more energy, and it's very fruity smelling, that one, I recall. The next one is Mandarin Skittles. And that one, like I said, is an indica, more euphoric and relaxing, blissful state when you use a strain like that. And I also highlighted Gills Nils here, which is a sativa also, but that one is reported to have really balanced like cerebral and physical effects. So people feel just like really overall like lucid and kind of like a manageable buzz, if you will, from that strain.
Someone from the audience says that they like the Juicy Banger.
I bet. I just got to try that one too. It's very, it smells like you bit into a piece of fruit. Like it's so good.
Sounds good.
So the next thing I wanted to kind of go over was some of the benefits of getting your patient card, because a lot of people are hesitant with recreational cannabis being available now. It's like, why go through the extra step to get your card, right? And this is what me and Dr. Caplan spend all day convincing people that they need their card because it makes such a difference. So one of the biggest benefits that we offer to patients at Central Ave is the patient refund card. And the way that works is when you go to get your certification at an office like Dr. Caplan's, we offer you a $200 refund on product to compensate or even overcompensate usually for the cost of becoming a patient. We do that by giving you $50 off for purchases of $100 or more, and you can redeem those within 30 days of getting your card. So it's a great way to come in and try a lot of different things at a discounted price and offset the cost of getting your patient card. The next big benefit is, of course, saving the tax, right? Because that adds up quickly. Recreational marijuana has a 20% tax. And I just love to give this example because most people who use medical marijuana purchase at least an eighth of flower a week, which is on average about $50. And if you made that weekly purchase, you could save $500 a year by becoming a patient. That's like huge savings. And all the more better, money back in your pocket. The one other benefit of getting your patient card is that you can have a 60-day supply at any time. So recreational users are limited to purchasing an ounce at each visit. And certainly if you need more medical cannabis than that, it can become cumbersome to have to go to the dispensary that often. So if you get your card, you can purchase up to a 60-day supply at once, which is a 10-ounce supply. And that makes it all the more easier to just get your medicine and use it to get well. Delivery is another perk of becoming a patient. Recreational users do not have access to delivery at this point in Massachusetts. So you can get free delivery just getting your patient card. And sometimes that benefit alone, it makes it worthwhile to get your card. You know, if you, for some reason, maybe don't have a car or it's just tough for you to access the dispensary, being able to get delivery is a great perk. We also have higher dosage limits at medical dispensaries. So where you might have a limited selection at a retail dispensary for the dosage limits that you can purchase at a time, we can carry macro dose edibles, which are, you know, just a larger dose for patients that need that bigger dose or maybe have a higher tolerance for edibles. And of course, the patient support is unmatched. What you get between the dispensary agents and your physician, because they continue to support you for the entire year after you get your card. You can always use our dispensary agents as a resource as well. And there's just all the more support on your journey when you become a medical patient. I can tell you myself, I've been a patient for 2 years in the state of Massachusetts now. I'm coming up on my second renewal. And the best part, I think, is that I am getting reminders and phone calls to keep my card renewed. You know, there's like advocates out there that want to keep you on the program, and they're reminding me to make my appointments and making sure that I don't lapse or lose any of my access. So everybody's really behind you and rooting for you once you get your medical card.
Carleigh, while we're on that, did you know that Seed Clinic offers 50% off costs of getting a card for in-industry members?
No way. I did not know that. Well, I think I'm going to be coming to see you this year for my renewal because I'm due.
Right? Yeah.
It's perfect timing.
Right.
I think I have about 30 days left. So like, this is when I start telling people to start their renewal. So I need to practice what I speak and get my renewal going.
Sounds good.
So in addition to all the other great benefits that we've already talked about, we do offer some other great discounts at Central Ave, and just generally speaking, you know, discounts are one of the best parts about getting your card, because recreational dispensaries can't do any kind of deals or any discounts for anybody. So getting your card gives you access to a whole other set of promotions and specials that we offer, but we also do 10% off for veterans all the time. We offer a deal if you bring in a friend, or even if a friend just notes that you referred them to us, you don't have to come together. We'll give you $25 off a purchase, so you can try out a couple things from us. And if by some chance you don't come to us around your renewal and you don't take care of that patient refund card, we also do a new patient card discount, so $25 off of any purchase, 26 or more. And here's a cute picture of me at the end here at the dispensary. You might catch me behind the counter occasionally, but I just wanted to summarize some of our information here at the end. So like Dr. Caplan said, you can find me on Instagram if you want to drop me a message following this live stream, or you know, email us, our website, our phone number. I've got it all laid out here for you.
Awesome. Let's keep this slide up, and I want to fire some questions at you and sort of
Please
get
do.
some discussion going. The curated products that you guys have, that you sort of pick from other dispensaries to supplement what you already carry. How do those products get decided? Is it an internal thing? Do you survey patients? How does that happen?
Yeah, of course. Well, you know, given that we've been operating for 5 years and we've kind of seen a lot of new products come online, it's given us the opportunity to really offer like the latest and greatest to patients as these new things roll out. So we've got 5 years of history and kind of knowing what patients prefer for medicine. And in addition to that, you know, having a second dispensary gives us all the more ability to get a big variety of products for patients. So, you know, we really try to pick the products that we think, or we know based on our history, that people want for resources. So whether it's RSO or some of those like more specialty products that are really geared towards patients, we really go out of our way to make sure that we keep those available. And we do so by having all these wholesale relationships, you know, being a 2-location dispensary.
Awesome. And as far as input, I know a lot of patients, you know, are eager to find the products that are out there, but I also have a bunch of patients who love providing input and kind of having some dialogue about things they might like, or, you know, is there a resource for patients to tell Central Ave what kinds of things they would like?
Certainly, yeah. I mean, I think any of these channels that I have on the screen here are the perfect way to do that. I know since I'm behind the social media pages, I interact with a lot of patients on that topic exactly, just over our social media pages. And you might not really think of it normally to like send a company a message on Facebook or Instagram, but it's a great way to just, you know, give us your feedback or let us know your thoughts. You know, people message us all the time. I really love this. Can you please make sure you keep it? Or I tried this, but I think this could be better. We just get all kinds of feedback all the time. So
Awesome.
Email is another great way. Our dispensary agents, the people you see behind the counter, monitor that inbox. So, and they remember you. So, you know, most of our patients, you know, we get to know them on a personal level, and they want to know what your experience is with the products you're trying so that we can better serve you next time. So certainly keeping an open dialogue with us during your visits is great too, because we can always, you know, we might note something down just so we know to recommend you something better next time.
Awesome. Do you have a sense of sort of the typical patients that come in? Is it, you know, one variety of patients? Is it sort of all ages? Who's coming to the lab?
You know, there is absolutely no common thread between patients other than that we've all chosen to use this plant for medicine. I think everybody has a unique story that they bring to the table for, why they've chosen to, use medical cannabis. And there's such a diverse list of conditions that allow you to qualify for a medical card that I wouldn't say, there's like one specific ailment or illness that we see most commonly, because everybody kind of has their own variety of things that they're treating with different forms of cannabis. So I think it really ranges from everyday anxiety, panic, insomnia type disorders to more serious, of course, cancers and diseases that we see all across the board for patients.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
For folks who are especially intimidated by public spaces or interacting with new people, it seems like you have a really great plan to not only keep people safe, but also to welcome them in a non-threatening way. Have you had experience at the dispensary with people who are afraid of sort of coming in or are shy to kind of interact in public?
Certainly, and I think if you, it's so natural to feel that way now going into a space, and you don't know how the other people around you are what precautions they're taking to be safe. It's just such a anxiety-ridden time to be out and trying to go about normal tasks right now. So I think our team is so friendly that we do our best to make you feel welcome, like you're at home with us. I know when I walk in, everybody says, hey, before they even know who I am. You can't even tell who somebody is when they walk through the door with their mask on these days. But, as soon as you get up close, we really do our best to make you feel at home and remember your name and greet you by name when you come through the door. So I think, we really, do our best to make you feel comfortable, but certainly, that's why we encourage people to take advantage of the free delivery as well. If you're more comfortable staying home and being safe, then let us bring it right to your door, and we'll do so, discreetly and safely on site right at your door for you.
That's great. That's great. For the veterans who are watching, does the 10% stack with the other deals, or is it separate?
I do believe that we stack that like when we run promotions in stores. So like we do a weekly variety of specials, and I do believe that one does stack with other discounts. Certain ones we don't allow to, but I think the veterans one does make that exception.
Awesome. I have a select cohort of patients who are like diehard indica people or diehard indica people. It seems like you have a mix of both. Is that something people can expect sort of regularly, that you're always going to have a variety of different kinds of strains?
Yes, definitely. I was actually just reviewing all the strains that we have in the rotation this morning, and there's quite honestly, we have 4 sativas, 4 indicas, 4 hybrids that like we're rolling through the rotation right now. So we're really committed to like making sure that there's a strain for everybody on the menu. As well as like high CBD strains, because I know just like indicas, that's a really sought after kind of niche of the cannabis market. So we try to keep one of those in the rotation as well. And I know right now there's citradelic cookies on the menu, which is my favorite. It's a indica leaning high CBD strain, and it would be perfect for people that prefer indica.
Cool. One of the complaints that I hear about a lot about strains is, people fall in love with, Juicy Banger or whatever. And then over time, the dispensary is a little bit trying new strains, a little bit kind of working with the seasons and the grow cycles.
Of course.
And they mix and match, and part of that is to appeal to new consumers. And part of it is, just because the grow house, whatever's going on.
That's the way the plant grows.
Right. What do we say to patients who are sort of, who are missing that Juicy Banger when it's no longer there? What options do they have?
Yeah, I mean, I can speak to that personally. When I got into cannabis and first got my medical card, we had this one strain on our menu that I loved so much. It was called Guava Wiki, and it was just like I don't know what it was, but it was so unique, and it was my favorite. And I think I bought us out of it, honestly. But eventually it came time where there was no more seeds. We couldn't grow it anymore. Like eventually, you know, sometimes the plants just dwindle down and the quality isn't what we want to sell to our patients. So we try our best to track, you know, the lineage of all the strains that we grow. And in doing so, we're able to almost always make a close second recommendation and try to help people, you know, fall in love with the next best thing. But I know that pain myself, like it's the worst, and you'll never have something quite like it was before. But it's unfortunately the way that it goes sometimes. But I will say that our growing has improved a lot, and I think the market in cannabis growing in general is improving a lot, and we're able to stay more consistent with strains than we were in the past. So
one of the things that is actually serendipitous, it's lucky, is when one person takes one strain over and over and over a really long time, it actually becomes less effective over time. So there's sort of a natural synergy that nature sort of thought ahead of time, maybe in the cannabis world.
Right.
And actually the changing of strains and learning new strains and finding new strains is making the medicine more effective.
Right.
We get less.
Well, it's similar with any kind of medication that you take. You know, eventually your body just gets used to it, and it needs something different to stimulate the same relief. So that's why we try to, you know, keep something similar because you know what you like, but try to recommend something as close to it as we can, just to keep you, you know, finding the relief that you need.
Awesome. What's in the future for Central Ave? Do you anticipate, or do you know about anything that's going to change, or any new, you know, fireworks coming down the road?
Yeah, I mean, certainly if anybody was going to have a secret in, it might be me, right? Well, I can tell you that we're making we just made some really great improvements to the interior of our dispensary space. So if people haven't visited us, maybe since before COVID, it's going to look a little different when you come in. We've got some new art on the walls, new colors when you come in. You know, it hasn't changed too much. It's still the dispensary you love, but we freshened the place up a little bit. And in the near future, I know that there's a couple things, really exciting things in the pipeline in our kitchen. We've got some really delicious new edibles in the works, both in like the fruit chew area and the chocolates, which I'm the most excited about. And there's another product that I know is going to be making a reappearance soon, and that's our relief lotion, which I know is highly anticipated. Patients really love topicals, and unfortunately we did pull ours for a short time because we learned that the container it was in just wasn't effective for patients. They were having a hard time getting it out of the container. So we took it back to the drawing board, and we've new and improved our packaging, and that will be coming out hopefully in the next few months. So I'm really excited to launch that again.
Awesome. Just a couple of questions of clarification.
Yeah.
We haven't spent a lot of time talking about concentrates. So things like tea for wax or shatter. Do you guys carry those?
We do carry concentrates. We carry those from wholesale partners. We don't make them on site because our specialty is more in the kitchen with making edibles. But we do carry the concentrates and provide the education and resources for using them.
Awesome. Do you guys also carry accessories, sort of, I don't know what we call them, paraphernalia or?
Oh yeah. But they're accessories now. Paraphernalia is, that's passe. That's a bad word. Right. No, we definitely carry a lot of different accessories, you know, depending on what your lifestyle is and what your needs are. My favorites that we carry are, we have a whole line of silicone pieces, which are great. You know, they don't break, you won't ever have to, and they're really easy to clean. So if you're looking for something kind of inexpensive to try out and test, we do have a pretty big variety of papers and all kinds of stuff that you would need to use the products.
Awesome. And you'd referred to a bunch of products which could be, you know, sort of macro doses, like people who have a high tolerance. You guys do carry high dose products too, in addition to the 5 milligram edibles.
Yes. Yep. So most of our edibles are 5 milligram ones, but we do bring in a wholesale macro dose products. And I think that that's something that we're hoping to, you know, do at some time in the future, is add them to our collection. But we do our best to bring them in from our vendors as well.
Awesome. This has been a really fantastic sort of journey through. I have one last question as far as
Sure.
outreach goes to Central Lab. There are some people who don't really want to interact with people. If we have someone like that, can they order and sort of have a delivery and sort of do it as much as they want to without interacting with people too much?
Yeah, you can absolutely place your whole delivery order through our website. Like, it's very easy. It steps you through the whole thing. You basically just add it all to your cart as you would on Amazon. And when you check out, select delivery, and it'll let you input all your information, and you can do that completely contactless. We will make a phone call to you just to let you know when we're coming. And then after that, we do require that you interact with us for a few moments in person. We do have to verify your ID. We do have to take payment, but we make it really quick. And it's usually only, I believe, 1 or 2 individuals that have to go up to make the delivery. And they do it, socially distanced. They'll pass it from a 6-foot distance, or I know we have some people that have a table set up so they can leave the items and step away while they make their delivery. So we can accommodate you as much as you need. We usually have the same drivers that will come to you each time. So you'll get to know the people that you see each time, and they will work with you to make it as contactless as possible.
Awesome. And the other side of that coin, I do have a lot of older patients who are not so thrilled with computers and would prefer to do things over the phone. Is that an option?
Of course, yes, absolutely. We can take regular orders over the phone if you want to talk to us, or have a consultation over the phone, or place a delivery order. We will absolutely, do that over the phone with you, whatever you need.
Great, awesome. So this has been, I think, the most concise, well-delivered slideshow we've had so far. It's really an incredible slideshow, incredible view of Central Ave.
Thank you.
No, it's really well done. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No, of course. Anything else that we want people to know? I mean, really covered A to Z. I can't think of anything else to ask.
I did my best. I wanted to give you the best, clearest picture I could of what it would be like to walk right through our doors, because we're ready to welcome you. So
awesome.
At that, I don't have anything else to add, and I'm just very thankful that you had me join you today.
Of course. No, it's a pleasure to be with you. Everybody has your information, and I tell everybody you're the only place that delivers all the way in Massachusetts. So that's just
we're the only ones. Yep. So and like I said, reach out to us. I mean, any of these communication channels are great, and I can tell you right now, if you send me a message on Instagram, it'll be me replying to you. So
awesome. All right. Thanks so much, Carleigh.
All right. Have a great night, Dr. Kaplan.
Yep. Have a great night. Thanks. Yep. Bye-bye.